It's bacon books, but not really. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Foodaholic. My name is Silke and today we're doing bacon books. The theme for bacon books today is me and my hobbies, because it's been a while since I've talked about what I actually like to do, and I feel like I've gotten a lot of new subscribers that maybe don't know me as well, so I felt like it was fitting to do like bacon books but about me. So I am the theme of today. Before we do that, we obviously need to bake. That's the whole point of bacon books. However, we're actually not baking today, but we're making a treat, which is like an oatmeal ball made from like oatmeal, sugar, butter, cocoa powder, stuff like that. I'll try and remember to leave the recipe in the description. It's very simple to make, and a lot of people actually make it in Denmark during Christmas. It's usually made in like schools or in kindergartens with the kids because it's so easy to do, and because it's basically just rolling them up into like a little ball and then they're done. I wanted to do something simple, and also it's been a million years since I've done this, and I've actually never made it by myself. Like, it's always somebody else made it and I just help roll it up, so I wanted to try and do it. So let's do that. Alright, we're back from doing the oatmeal ball things. I want to talk about my hobbies, simply because I feel like I have a million. I probably don't, but that's what I feel. So, obviously we all know about reading. That's the whole point of this channel, to talk about my reading. And you can also see it from my shelves. I don't remember if I've shown you my shelves like properly. Let me know if I haven't, because then I will in January probably. So we obviously have reading. I'm not going to talk too much about that because we all know. We can see it in every single video that I do, that reading is one of the biggest hobbies that I have. It's also the hobby that I spend the most money on. I recently tried to calculate just by using like approximate number, like an approximate price for every single book, so that they would have all cost the same, and then calculated how much money I had spent. Pro tip, don't do that. Don't try and figure it out. It will hurt your soul. Aside from that, we also have baking, obviously, which you already know. I don't bake as much anymore as I used to, which is why I also think that bacon books have been kind of on hold. I do still enjoy baking a lot. I just don't feel like I have the time to do it, but I need to get better at that. I also like playing like PC games. Normally, well, I don't have that many that I play regularly, but I really like playing The Sims. Currently I'm playing The Sims 4, but I've also been playing Sims 2 and Sims 3. What else? I also play Planet Zoo. I don't know if anybody else out there is playing Planet Zoo, because it's so good. It's a little bit difficult to me, and like the controls when you go from The Sims and then go to Planet Zoo, because it's different. A little bit more complicated in my opinion, but maybe I just haven't spent enough time with it, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so if I'm not perfect at it in the beginning, I don't want to try. Or it's not that I don't want to try, but like I lose interest faster. So when I play Planet Zoo, I usually just try and build as fast as possible and then go into like the gameplay, because the building part is the one that I find difficult. So, but it is so much fun, and I would definitely recommend. If you used to play like Zoo Tycoon, you would love Planet Zoo. It's the same but different and better quality in my opinion. So go check it out. I think before we go into more things that I do, let's try these. They are coated in coconut. That was good. That was yummy. Some of you might know that I have my own business where I do posters. And I have an example here. I'm pretty sure I can show it because I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch my channel. But this is an example. Like, this is just a picture of my brother and his girlfriend. He's giving it to her as a Christmas gift. This is just a picture that he sent me, and then I drew it in this style. And that is basically what I do. I started that business in 2021, I think. Back when I graduated from graphic design school. Which was kind of like a way to continue with like, well, keeping my skill in Illustrator afloat, and just a way for me to use my abilities every single day and try and improve also every single day. So I keep finding new fun things I want to do, and I'm trying to expand on like my business. Currently working on getting a website up and running, so that will be cool. I'm also thinking of going on Etsy, but I'm not sure, but that would be for international orders, whereas the website that I'm building is primarily for Danish orders. But I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it all out and trying to decide what to do and everything. So, but yeah, that takes up a lot of my time, and I like doing that. I don't know, I'm trying to come up with new things, because I do these personalized posters and I love doing those, but I'm also wanting to do something different, something more generic that people can just buy. And my dad also came up with this concept yesterday that I think I might start to try and implement. That would be called once a year or one a year, something along those lines, where I would make like a special poster and then there would only be one, and then that would be like in a bidding war, and maybe then there would be like a deadline. It'd be like, okay, this will be sold to the highest bidder on this and this date. If you want this, give a bid or something. I'm gonna try and see if I can do that, because that does actually sound really cool, and it's like a fun concept, and I would really like to try and do that. Another hobby of mine, normally people do this around Christmas. I also do it around Christmas, but I do it every single day of the year. Maybe not every single day, but every single month at least. And that is to make Christmas stars. I have a lot. If you remember Christmathon from last year that I hosted with Jem, one of the prompts was to do a Christmas star, and these are what they look like. As you can see, I like folding Christmas stars. It's just a fun thing to do when I'm listening to audiobooks, and because I've gotten the hang of it now, it's all in the fingers now, so like I don't even have to like concentrate because I know what I'm doing. It's a good activity for me to do whilst I'm listening to audiobooks. Some of the other activities that I like to do when I'm listening to audiobooks is like coloring books. I have a few games on my Switch that I can play that doesn't require me reading or thinking. What else do I do? I also play The Sims, but I've already talked about that. I do more things, don't I? Ooh, I also have an app on my iPad that's called, I think it's just called Colors, maybe? Happy Colors, I think it's called. And that just have like a million like pieces of art that you can color in. And it's just like a paint by numbers, and I freaking love it. I briefly mentioned my Switch. I love playing Switch. And I definitely would like to get a new Switch, like the OLED thing, I think it's called. Simply because my Switch is a little bit old. It used to be my brother's, and I bought it, and it's like, I can feel that it's old. It's getting a little bit slow. So I would like to get the new one so that I can use it better. and play more regularly. I do have a lot of fun cozy games, and I would love if you have any cozy game recommendations. Don't even worry about if I might have it already. Let me know so I can go check it out if I don't. Because like, I like finding new games, so if you have anything that is super fun, bring it on. I'm not the biggest fan of platform games though, I will say, but if you have a platform game where you're like, she needs to try it at least, go ahead and recommend. I'm just gonna eat another one. Alright, so here towards the end, I just kind of want to talk about some hobbies that I want to get into. I also used to paint a lot, but I don't have the room to have like an easel up in here all the time, and I don't even have room to store an easel somewhere, so it's kind of difficult to bring it out and put it back and so on and so forth. I can do smaller paintings because I've already done that once or twice where I covered up my table in like this papery tablecloth thing that is just supposed to be thrown out afterwards, and that worked really well. But I would like to at some point have enough space to do more painting because I do think that that is fun. But currently I don't just lack space, I also lack the time, so it's not something that I'm too worried about right now. I will get back into it when I have the time in the future. I also want to try embroidery, knitting, sewing, all those things. Is it called crocheting? I don't know. But especially sewing. I've seen so many TikToks of people creating like the most fantastic outfits from like thrift clothes, and I want to be able to do that, so that is like next on my list. I want to try doing that, and my mom has like a sewing machine that I can borrow, so it is basically just a question of me getting my shit together and actually go to get this sewing machine so that I can try and start doing that. But it just sounds so much fun, and it looks amazing, and it's also a great way to like, for example, I have a couple of pants that I can't fit into anymore. Oh, well, I can, but they're too big. So if I was able to just like take them in by myself, I would save money. I don't have to throw them away or give them away, and I would get to keep some pants that I really, really love, because they have some special ones that are super cool and have like the coolest pattern, but they're just too big on me. I just really want to be able to take them in, so that is some stuff that I would like to try and do. Also, my grandmother, she is really great at sewing, so I think I will ask her if she can teach me some things, and then I will just do like, just find YouTube videos, and if I fail, fuck it, I'll do it again. Like, it's just a skill that I would really like to have because I feel like it's a useful skill. Also, it's a skill that I can actually use as a teacher as well, because it's a subject that you can have in Denmark, like sewing or doing things with your hands. It's also knitting, crocheting, and those stuff, but it's mainly sewing, and I feel like it would be a fun skill to have and also a useful skill. I think that's it. I'm sure I have more hobbies, but I just don't remember it. I don't remember all of it. I have a lot of things that I like to do in my spare time, which is also why sometimes I just sit and think like, what do I even want to do? Because I have so many different things to choose from. And then I sit and do nothing. I think I just need to get better at just picking something. I'm actually working on like a solo date jar where I have different colored pieces of paper, and on each paper there is like a theme, you could call it. Maybe it's like at home or go out or something. And then on the note there's something that you need to do. And I think that is a great way for me in the future to just pick something random to do. So when I'm in doubt as to what I actually want to do, I'll just grab a note and be like, okay, I'm doing this. So I will be working on that and getting that done, but I feel like if you're indecisive like me, that might be a great way to force yourself to pick something to do. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this ramble about me and my hobbies and what I like to do in my spare time aside from reading and baking. As I said, if you have any great recommendations for Switch, please let me know down below, but also tell me your favorite thing to do aside from reading. If you just want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!